Alright, Shalom. Shalom, giving our praises, our glory, our honors unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Akakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This will be a Gmsatl in transit video. I just want to say a few words, you know, just things that were on my mind as we are going into this new transition into, hope that fan's not too loud. As we go into this new transition into this new digital system, okay? A lot of the infrastructure for the MOTB is being put out there in a very subtle and convenient manner, right? For example, right? All these different apps that are coming out where you can, and I noticed that, you know, like there's a lot of different apps where you can link your bank account to them. You know, you know, your credit card account, you know, your checking account. You know, you can send money back and forth. You know, you can get cards. You know, you can have a digital wallet. You know, everything is leading up to the MOTB. Okay, everything is leading up to this digital currency being used worldwide. Okay, now earlier this year, you had the WEF, the World Economic Forum, which pretty much was a series of meetings and discussions from the different major economies of the world, speaking about moving to digital CBDC, central bank digital currencies. Okay, you had the U.S. This past December. What did they do? The Fed set up a digital pilot program for CBDCs that we could use here in America. Okay, that is something that is something that is important to the elites that they get done. Why? Because they're going to start to pilot and test these things out before they roll out the full transition. Now, we just had, was it last week, these different banks, okay? These different banks pretty much damn near collapse, okay? People weren't able to access their accounts. They, you know, certain accounts were negative or zero, all right? And that happened in other places before, okay? So what's going on here? What's going on with these banks? What's going on with these different apps? Because they're transitioning everything. They're transitioning everything. Everything is moving to a new system, okay? Now, in that WEF Economic Forum meeting, World Economic Forum meeting, what happened? All right, you had some of the major proponents, right, mention that eventually they want to put this device inside of you. But you got these other Israelite groups that do what? What do? They say, you know, when it comes down to the MARK, all right, the MARK is not a device that's going to be inside of you, all right? But when you go into the prophecy in Revelation, the 13th chapter, it clearly talks about not only is it going to be inside of you, but you're going to use that to buy and sell. Okay, you know. Now you have certain groups like there's a if I can go back and find a video, because one of the brothers at HOI did a video on digital currencies. Okay, I got to go back and finish watching it. I'm not sure if he mentioned it leading up to the MOTB or anything. It wasn't Zabat. It was one of the other, you know, younger men had did the video on it. But then you had IUIC. They went into digital currencies. Okay, because that's the big thing in the news. That's the big talk of the tech world and the digital world. Those proponents of that, you know, system, that's what they're speaking on. Okay, and that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing, because it lines up with scripture. Okay, it lines up with scripture. All right, and there's no getting away from it. See, for years, from the apostles on down here at GMS, we've been speaking on this whole eventual changeover to people having to use the charagma to buy and sell in their hand. And then and we talk about that a lot, the part with the charagma in your hand, but it says forehead too. Now there's a number of different companies. The main one that is being spoken about because of this guy Elon Musk, right? He talks about putting the BCI, right, brain computer interface, putting that inside your brain, right? And that's called Neuralink. And what did he say that Neuralink was going to be used for first? It was going to be used for getting people that are pretty much paralyzed. They have neurological issues, which really everything pretty much filters through the, your brain, right? But people that are paraplegic, can't walk, right? Or they have limited movement of their arms or limited the brain functions. Once they put that BCI, that brain computer interface, C-hip inside of you, the neural link, right, inside of your forehead, you'll be able to think. And there's videos on it, there's articles on it. This is real news, okay? The MOTB is not sin. It is a sin to take it. Just like it is a sin to be to worship idols. Okay? It's a sin to worship idols. Right? But that doesn't mean that every image you see, okay, every picture or image you see is an idol. That doesn't mean that every image you see is an idol, but to worship these images, yeah. All right. And that's what it is. And there's other companies that are dealing with these BCIs, okay, that want to put these devices in your head. Okay, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They want to put these devices in your head. All right, they want to put these things in your hand. All right. So that's just the sentiment in the world right now dealing with this technology, you know. That's the new thing. Okay, digital currencies. You know, these different companies, you know, they want to put these things in your forehead, right? You know, you got these different apps that got these different digital wallets, and you get these cards, and you know, you get a new bank card. It says tap, you know, and then they got the EMV chip in it. I mean, that's just the way of the world now. So it's hard to see. It's hard not to see where things are going, you know. It's hard not to understand that the world is moving in a way that is really going to change things for the future. And that's why when you read that prophecy in Revelation 13th chapter, it's so important, you know. It's not something spiritual, okay? All right? Now remember, Esau is a carnal person. His way of measuring, you know, things that you're able to do is through a digital system, whether it's a social credit system or, you know, but it's going to be digital, okay? So I just wanted to say a few words on that. Salaki, you know, I was driving. It wasn't a transit video, but this phone holder thing was acting up. Hey, you know, Lord, that was a quick edifying video. To the next time, all praise and glory and honor is going to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, the wonders to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom.